So, hello everyone, time for cooking, right? Isekai, like Isekais, it was like Amazons. Everything was hilarious, man. It was great, you can buy stuff, it was fun. I usually like the whole concept here in Tondemo skill. That he is just like, he's pretty... I mean, I wouldn't say he's bad, right? He necessarily isn't like a bad chef, but obviously he's a good eye. I mean, he's like a decent chef, right? But he's buying the ingredients or buying the spices on Amazon and then everyone loves it. I think it was hilarious. And now, of course, the, Erina, Wolf God, getting powered up. Let's watch episode 2. So, 3, 2, 1, and go. Yeah, and of course he gets OP and so on, right? Yeah. The other heroes are nothing to him here now. We see they're recapping him buffing him. Yeah. Just gonna fix the sound a bit. Yeah, they're recapping like him getting the buff and so on, right? But I feel a lot of Isekai does this, where the main character seemingly has a bad skill, right? And then of course it's actually the best skill for some reason. Yeah, like it's pretty common, right? You see it especially in Arefurata, right? You know, he's like, oh, I got the synergy skill, but how could that be used actually? Right? And everyone's like, what? They're like best friends now? And of course, Fenrir is very powerful because all the humans, right, the experienced guys are afraid of him. Yeah, they're like, oh my god, this guy is like super OP. Yeah. Yes. They're like best friending now. They're like, yeah. Like it goes opening. It was opening last week, right? No, let's get opening. I believe, didn't they? I think so. I'm really tired, honestly. So I'm like, did they? I think they did. Yeah. Those records opening. It's Amazon sales. Yeah, gotta go to eBay and buy some stuff. Yeah, so then he's saved by his best friend now. Defender. He saves it from a dinosaur. Nice. Raise the volume a bit. I haven't heard some before, yeah. Pretty good opening, I like it, yeah. Yeah, it swings, baby. Yeah, it's like... Oh yeah, look at that, some waifus, yeah. It's like, ooh, yeah, waifus, there you go. I mean, obviously I shit out the wife. I mean, I haven't read it, but I was like... I have, of course, shaped out how the waifus looks like. Yeah, look at that, man. Get the waifu shapes. Very nice. This is him cooking a lot in the... yeah, this is him cooking a lot in the opening. And he's like, it's Soma, yeah. But you know, I got Erina! Erina's over there. Oh, I forgot it. No. I did the narrative stuff, you know. I did Mr. Beast's narrative video today. So I kind of haven't... You know, Erina is amazing, right? But, you know, she's sizable, yeah. Because I kind of remodeled a bit when I did the Mr. Beast video earlier. Damn it. What? Do I have to watch? Oh, we're about here now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can't use these cheat codes here. Using these cheat codes. Yeah, I want some meat, boy.
Come on, man. You can
only meat is so healthy for you. Maybe. I like it's like, come on, man. You let me make the ingredients correct here. Okay, sure. That's better, yeah. No, I do it myself. Yeah, you guys can just take a. You guys can use the Sugoi! You're so amazing! Like, yeah. I am pretty amazing after all. I love his feeling guilty. He's like, I got some meat, guy! He's hungry, man. Yeah, I got some meat, man. You want some legendary meat? Here's a rock. You know, I was thinking about loving video games, right? When I heard about rock. Because the reason I knew what a rock is because I grew up playing Here's Mathematic 2, right? And then you learn about halflings and rocks and so on, yeah. I do feel a lot of my knowledge of monster famous, of course, from video games, yeah. Growing up playing all the games, the Nube, Breath of Fire 3's first boss and so on, yeah. It's like, it's a rook. I was like, oh, the rook bird, yeah. Or a rock bird, whatever. But I was like, oh, it's a rook bird, yeah, okay. Bringing out the ingredients, baby. Yeah. You can see him... masterful chefing here. That's a typical skill though, yeah. You gotta use the camel of it. Very good. He turned into Soma now, and he's like, this is karage with this thing. Yeah, ikadakimasu. He's angry now, yeah, it's like, but they're my friends too, man. You promised we could share the food. Okay, fine. No, he's to feed him all the time. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna make more food though, yeah. I'm gonna make some more food though. Yeah. Exactly. Okay, so of course the humans are like, that massive wolf god, is he trustworthy? Yeah. He looks kind of intimidating, yeah. Oh, he's my best friend. I tamed him. They're like classic anime. They're like, maybe we kill him. I don't know.
待ってください。
No, he's my friend. He's like my best friend. Come on, we're partners. He's my eyeball. He does remind me of, you know, a slime, right? Yeah, he also definitely remind me of course, yeah, you know, Rimmaru. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm tired. Sorry, Rimmaru. Yeah, Rimmaru Tempest, of course. Him and Veldora. Yeah, it could reminds me of Veldora. Definitely, and also rugged, I guess, with the wolf. But no, but it reminds me of like, yeah, teaming up with some kind of god, right? Basically, and that's right, Captain. He's my friend. It's like, okay. Okay, he agrees. Wakata. Okay. Yeah, be a good boy. I don't want to blame me. Come on, bro. You promised. Yeah, it's like, don't make troubles for me. Come on, you promised. Yeah, you promised to be a good boy. He's like, fine. Yeah, okay. You know, him and the captain look like his father and son, basically. Maybe it's his father. Yeah, it looks a bit similar. Do we have the cat's name? He looks. They won't say some hair color. Oh. I accidentally pressed the button on my smart TV thing. Yeah. Now they're like. But I like how they basically, he's part of the party now. They're walking around here like, yeah, he's part of the group now. We got my paladin, my rogue girl, my wizard guy, and my gigantic wolf guy. Yeah, he's part of the team. Yeah, he's just my partner. But I wonder where the Avs are going now, though. Yeah, are they gonna do stuff? Are they gonna go out and, you know, fight? Are they gonna go out and, you know what I mean? Like, are they gonna go out and do like massive stuff, save the planet? I don't know. Like, are they just gonna like hang out and he wants to open a store? I guess he could make money by that. He could, like, you know, resell. He could do all that food though. Can't he buy all the stuff though on Amazon? Can't they buy all the stuff? He can just resell it for gold in this world. Yeah, he can just be like a middleman and be. He can probably be a middle Eastern, right? He can just buy stuff on Amazon or whatever, eBay, whatever, right? That no one else can get, right? Like a TV or whatever, yeah. I don't know the limit. Can he? You like readers, right? You're novel readers. Tell me the limit. Can he buy anything on Amazon, or is it just like a food store? It seems to be only a food store, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think he can only buy food, right? Like it's like Amazon for food, right? Whatever, yeah. He can't buy like I don't know, a car or whatever, right? But I mean, but if he can buy anything, he could obviously resell it, right? If he could buy anything, he could buy, you know, everything, right? From like a tool to a knife to a hammer, anything, right? And he can obviously resell it for more money in this world, right? Because if he can just buy like a hammer and be like, oh, you can give me 1 gold coin for a hammer, right? He can be like, yeah. So he can probably be very rich by doing that. But even you selling food, I think he should be able to make a lot of money too, right? Even if you just resell some food, I think it can also be like, oh, you want to have a chicken steak? Yeah, I can buy that. And here goes the slime, I think. Yeah. Here comes the... Oh no, it's a commercial break. Oh, I'm so tired, sorry. Okay, now they're out of that. Yeah, it's no problem for me. Okay, this is an adventuring. I was afraid of him, of course. Yeah, I mean, he's a giant wolf man. Yeah, they're like... So it's my fault people are afraid of me, yeah. Of course not. Come on, it's no problem for me, man. I'm a giant wolf guy. Yeah. Yeah, come on, guys, let's be friends. Oh, wait, this froze. Oh, come on. Oh, whatever. Yeah, fix it. Yeah, maybe the time is wrong now then. I don't think so, but that was kind of weird. Yeah, it froze twice there. I mean, I was looking on TV, right? I don't know. It's a little hacky, but whatever. Not separating though. Yeah, the teams are going. Yeah, so what's his plan now then? No, I mean, as to go to plan, I mean more like... That was a wrong word to me. I mean more like, what is the main agenda, right? You know? Like I said, right? I wonder what is it turn out. Will he go out and save the planet, or will he just sell stuff? His dreams is to be just make money and selling stuff though. And the kids are avoiding him and so on. Of course they are. They're like, why is he walking around with a giant wolf god thing in the city? Everyone's like hiding behind barrels. Everyone is like, oh my god, what is this thing? Why is he like a monster? Like a level 100 boss monster in the middle of the city, man. Okay, so now it's going enter here. People probably gonna be like, what? Yeah. You're gonna be like, Nani the F! I like no one. He's like, hey guys, I'm back, guys. He's like, oh, I see you had your first quest. Yeah, I just brought a new best friend with me. Yeah, that's a normal thing to do on your quest. I did my quest and I got a new best friend here. Gigantic super wolf. Yeah, they were like, yeah, you tamed the wolf god by yourself? He's like, yeah, I'm beautiful. Yeah. Of course, everyone in the whole guild is like, how the hell did you get in here with the Fenris Ulven? Like, what the hell? I had to say this cleric woman, she seems to take it pretty normal though. She's just like, yeah, you can have your upgrade. You can have your card. Please leave with the wolf. Please leave. Yeah. I think she's taking it way too calmly. Everyone else was like, holy shit, we're all gonna die, right? She was just like, kind of like, yeah, okay, this is kind of weird, but this probably works. Yeah, I felt she was very calm. Everyone else is run away. This is like one of these freak adventurers. Yeah, she's like, take the card and leave, and don't talk to me ever again. Yeah, I felt she was just like, this happens every now and then. We got these weird people that are heroes. Maybe she's used to having eccentric, adventurers, right? That she meets up with to be like, oh, these people. Perhaps. Using his shit store when he's sleeping. Yeah, Fenrir is sleeping and he's like, he's making, I'm gonna buy a lot of stuff when he's sleeping. Gonna take the advantage here when he's sleeping. Yeah, gonna shoot a bit here when he's sleeping. Yeah, good play. It's like a mom. I feel like it's like a mom, It's like, yeah, honey, I'm gonna bake a cake to you, honey. I'm just gonna go and get this stuff. And she buys the cake on the side, My mom never did that, but I definitely know people I grew up with, they were cheating. Yeah. Jesus Christ. My grandma was a little bit like that. Yeah, my grandma was a little bit like, I'm gonna cook you, homemade food. She's like, oh, whatever, I speak some meat. But yeah, my grandma, one of my grandmas, not one grandma I have, she was very home cooking, She had like, a lot of children, she loved cooking. She was like hardcore. She was like, no, Swedish meatballs. But my other grandma, I think sometimes she was a little bit like, oh yes, I made this myself. I didn't buy these meatballs at the store, I feel she was a little bit like that sometimes, honestly, yeah. But she was a terrible chef though, honestly. Yeah, one of my grandma was really bad at cooking food. Terrible. She hated food. Her husband, my grandpa, he was a great chef. She was like, she never liked it. But my older grandma was opposite. Yeah, she loved cooking food. She would always cook a lot of meatballs and so on. Prinskorvar and so on. One thing my grandma makes a lot that is from where I am in Sweden is eel. Yeah, eel is very common in where I'm from. Like Christmas eel is very traditional where I'm from. But that's not that. But I learned when I grew up that was apparently the only thing where I'm from in Sweden. It's not on the East Coast. So I'm from the West Coast, right? So in the West Coast, it's like eel is super common, and then in the East Coast, Stockholm region isn't very common. But I don't know, guys. How should I react to this thing? I'm doing food. I'm just like, here's my food story. I don't know how do I react to this thing? I'm just like, let me explain to you my own cooking at home. Oh my! Of course, it's oh my. But yeah, I don't know. Eel, where I'm from, is very common. Yeah, that's like the thing. My grandpa taught me how to capture eels. So me and my grandpa, we will make eel traps when I was a kid. And then we go and capture these eels, right? So that was like a typical thing. And then one thing that my father taught me as a kid. We did it actually last year. I did it, but he did it still a lot. Is capturing lobsters. Yeah. So I never got that the lobster is expensive and lobster is expensive. But where I'm from, we make our own lobster traps, right? And we use capture our own lobsters, right? And because my family owns this. Area we get lobsters, we just catch our own lobsters. It's like super affluent. I'm like, what? Lobster expensive? You just make your own traps to capture in the water over here. Yeah, don't you just capture your own lobsters? What's wrong with you people? It's like, I have a hard time understanding why lobster is expensive. Yeah, I ate lobster last year, captured by my uncle. He captured his own lobsters. Yeah, him and his wife, they made their own lobster traps and he captured lobsters. He gave me a lobster. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. I'm like, what? You people just get your own lobsters? Yeah, of course it's expensive if you have to capture lobsters. You have to buy them. Oh, I'm sorry, I got in my... Yeah. Not a pretty MILF clerk. Yeah, they're always attractive, man. The clerks... Okay, see? Now he's gonna try to resell his, like, oh, I got my fish eggs, my room. Yeah, you wanna buy some? Yeah, caviar is called for this, yeah. He's like, this is the finest eggs I've ever seen. Yeah, of course it is, because he's buying it from like Amazon or something. He's buying like high quality internet. We can definitely resell this now. Yeah, I got some salt for you. Basically, is that what I meant earlier? You can basically resell salt and pepper or whatever. Yeah, you want some cayenne spice? This is super rare, right? You can easily resell everything. Yeah, it's like, oh, you want to have some pepper with that? You know, salt and pepper used to be very expensive, right, in history, yeah. And this guy can just buy that because it was so expensive. Because today we can really, you know, we can mine salt so easily. We have a salt quarry, right, you know. Yeah, there's people say, oh, salt quarry is actually what, yeah. Sometimes people are, see, this is what I mean. I was right. He's gonna make money. It's gonna be like money. That's what I kept saying. He's gonna have everything resell. Like, he can get salt, pepper, or whatever, right, from earth. Which is much easier for us on Earth in our technology to quarry, right, or whatever, or to extract, right? He can then resell it. Yeah, he can sell it to them for. He can then sell it for them for a lot more money. His power so easily can make it. Yeah, he can so easily become rich on this thing. Yeah, he can just be like, oh, you give me three gold coins for like some salt. It cost me nothing to buy. It's like 1 yen, 1,000,000 salt. Yeah. For him, it's like, yeah, you want some salt with that? Yeah, man, this is what I keep saying, man. This is the best power ever. You can resell it. Yeah, you can just resell in infinite, right? Even if you can only buy organic stuff like food or whatever. Yeah, he can still resell the meat. But I think it's better spices. Yeah, he can resell, you know, truffle. He can resell cayenne pepper, whatever, cajun stuff. Yeah, all these weird spices, right? Whatever, chili pepper, right? That people really can't get in medieval time. It's gonna be he's like, oh, you wanna buy some chili pepper from me? I can sell you chili pepper. Yeah, so they're gonna be like, it's gonna explode their brains, right? Oh, he's like a sassy, angry maid. What is this woman? She's like, yeah, whatever. Just sign here. Yeah. She looked really unimpressed by him. She was like, yeah, whatever, leave me alone, boy. Yeah, she looks really mean. What is this? She's like a super mean. I didn't even look at him. Yeah, just take it and leave. Yeah, I don't know. The other woman was so nice. The other woman was so like, oh, yes, so... Yeah, she was so nice and friendly. She's just like, shut up, take your paper, and get outside. The door is here. I don't care. Yeah, she looks to himself. I don't care. Yeah, she was like, don't talk to me, boy. Yeah, go outside. Man, this woman was really, really mean. Very mean. Super mean lady, seriously. She's like, whatever, yeah. Just pay and get out. Yeah, basically. She's like, take my money and leave, man. Yeah, she feels incredibly uninterested in this guy. Or, I mean, just generally speaking. She's just like, yeah, don't talk to me. Yeah, she feels so mean. Maybe time is wrong, I don't know. I'm skipping, there's no ending here. And I know my TV had an issue in the middle. This is the Japanese no subtitles. I am very tired again. I worked a whole weekend, guys, with this deal. Yeah, I'm really tired. He made his own video, but not on this channel. But I spent like the last, I don't know, since like last Wednesday, I worked overtime like 5-6 hours per day. I feel for like the last 6 hours. I'm just and it's finally over today. So yeah, took a deal today. It's finally over. So I'm very tired now, man. It's exhausted as hell, man. Yellow. But yeah. Kan jag koka fram så? He's so happy, man. He's getting food. The opening was sassy. I like the opening. The ending we haven't seen yet, right? They're cutting over the ending again here. Yeah, he's doing text. Happy Go Journey is probably the title of the ending. Yeah, they used... I don't know exactly. I mean, they're talking during the ending here, right? But he's getting more stats, though. Yeah, just like in typical opening games, you get more stats, right? You know, for example, in World of Warcraft, you're well fed, you get extra stamina and so on, right? Yeah, or like your master skill, or whatever, get higher up. I don't know what's anymore, but when I played World of Warcraft back in the days, right? Back in the days, but like the last second patch or whatever, yeah, you got. I haven't played the newest one. I like how it zooms out on his bottle there. Yeah, like the bottle. Yeah, you know what's up. It's cute too. Yeah, can I see them in there? Yeah. But yeah, it's a good episode. I like it. I mean, it's fun, man. Yeah, I think it's fun. It's definitely kind of a relaxed anime, right? It isn't like super like like we just watched before this. We just watched Ningen Fusion, right? All humans are evil, and they basically like an R scene. Yeah, like the female main character, right? I guess we could argue the main woman is, but whatever. They have two female mains, right? We see the backstory and spoil too much, but basically we saw the backstory, and she was like getting drugged and getting abused by this guy. And they also roped her from her dragon stuff, and it was just crazy. So that anime is so dark and really dark, right? This anime just sound like, oh yeah, we eat food together. This anime is so different, man. This anime is like, yeah, we partying, we eat food. They're kind of similar because they're like food. They're both fantasy animes, right? It's Isekai, of course. But yes, they're both fantasy animes. They have adventure, they have magic, and so on. They're very, very similar on surface, right? But this one is just like kind of, it's wholesome and happy. The other one is like very airy, very, very dark. It lies about crime, backstabbing, nettoraria. The other one is so dark, and this one is so bright and beautiful. Yeah, it's not very different. Oh shit! These animes are completely opposite, but they both take place in kind of the same world. Yeah, like the typical fantasy party magic world. Yeah, it could be it literally could be the exact same planet, right? But like two very different lives storylines, I guess. But anyway, yeah, it's a nice anime. It is obviously not an anime. My point here, the anime doesn't feel at all like there's any drama or tension or whatever. Maybe it's come later, right? But if it's more like kind of slice of life, right? Just hang out with my new bestie. Of course, you have the jokes that everyone's afraid of him because he's like a giant wolf. So they're like, wolf, and everyone runs away and so on, right? But it doesn't really feel like it's out of place or whatever. I like that. Like I said earlier, of course, I was waiting for that moment, right? Where he's gonna upsell the food, yeah. So, could be wrong, but he can only buy food, right? When I say food, like we saw, he can buy salt, though, yeah. And that's what the money is, right? That's what the ukani is. He can buy some salt, baby. Of course, that's what the money is, right? Because if you can just buy, say, fabricated food, but even use like meat, right? Yes, he can still upsell that. He can buy like a chicken, right, and probably sell it for more money. So he can probably make money honestly on anything because it's so much cheaper, right, produced on Earth, right, than in the Isekai world, definitely. But when he can, but by able to buy salt, right, and other kind of food, spices or whatever, that is so valuable, right? Because spices used to be incredibly expensive in the past. For different reasons, that you say how you can't grow it maybe in the country, maybe you can't store it, right, so on. So it was very expensive, getting spice, right? So salt is expensive back in the days, but he can make all stuff. Like I said, chili pepper, right? order like spicy food that's even more expensive. You have the thing called the Spice Islands, which are 3 islands in I guess Oceania. I guess it's like east of Oceania region. But anyway, these islands are called the Spice Island, or used to be at least, right? Because of course they're islands. They have tropical, temperature. They have a lot of spice there, right? Those islands are very, very, very valuable, right? Back in the colonial days, because people were fighting those islands because you could grow so much such spices, right? And you would take them to Europe, right? So you basically take the spice from like East Asian islands. I mean, I'm talking about like Japan. Right? These islands are, how would I explain it? They're basically like east of Indonesia, so they're kind of like New Guinea up there, yeah. So Tulebagos, they're up there, right? So it's kind of like, but they're basically from that plant, from those islands, and also a little bit Indonesia, so on too, right, etc. Brunei, Borneo, it's an island called, and so on, yeah, and also Philippines, etc. Yeah, taking spice from those islands, right, and pulling and driving them to Europe, right, and America, yeah, but especially Europe back in the days, and that was worth like millions of dollars, right, as like trade value. So it's like, no, yeah, it used to be a lot, right, and basically he's basically living in this, medieval Europe fantasy anime, right? So they have no access, right, to spices probably. They have no access to like the East Asian spices, right? What I can see in this world. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe it's a different kind of fantasy world. They have to full of art. Potentially, they might have easier access to that. But I think we can imagine that in this anime, it's gonna be like Europe basically, right? So they will pay millions of dollars, right, to get like you could get like chili or something, because you can't grow in here normally, yeah, or you can, but you know what I mean. So, or at least at the beginning, yeah. But one thing, for a side note. For example, potato, right? Potatoes are very common ingredients, right, in European cuisine, and especially like Ireland is a country of potato, basically, right? And you have it in Sweden with like potatoes mousse, so on, for meatballs. But potato is actually our root fruit, right, from America. So potato didn't exist until the Europeans was like, oh, we've been in America, yeah. After Columbus, right? So that's one thing I think is kind of funny too. That today in Europe, everyone's like the potato, like the most common ingredient, basically, right? But yeah, 500 years ago, no one knew what that was in Europe, right? It only was in America. I don't think potato had. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think you have potato in Asia either. I think it only grows in America originally, right? But today, of course, we grow potato everywhere because it's easy to grow, right? Potato can survive the cold and so on. And that's why potatoes are really good ingredients, because if you bring potatoes like Sweden, right? You can actually survive the cold easier in Sweden than, for example, the European stuff, right, that we had before. So that's why it became like a very staple, right, in like Europe, Ireland, UK, and so on. And that's also what it caused. In Ireland, they have this thing called the potato plague, right, in the 19th century. That everyone almost died. Yeah, so one reason for that is no, last line note, but whatever. One thing for that matter, right, why there are so many Irish immigrants to America in the movies, the one during that century, is because of potatoes. Yeah, so in Ireland. They had this potato plague that basically destroyed all the potatoes, right? All the crops, not like the people in that, right? But it was all that they died. And because Ireland at that time had basically rechanged everything, right, for the last maybe 200 years, to only grow potato, not only, but mostly, because it was much cheaper and better and more food for everyone, right? Effectivizing basically, the square meter of the country to be potato. And then all the crops died in this plague, right? That affected the plant, not the humans, but but the result, of course, was that there was no food anymore, right? And that's actually why there are so many immigrants from Ireland, right, into America, because that's caused this massive exodus, right, of Irish people, right, to travel to America, because there was no food anymore in Ireland. And then, so this is called the potato plague. It's like 1840s, 60s. I don't remember when it started, but it's a classic thing in this potato plague. But it's an interesting example about how food moves and so on. But anyway, my main point of this anime, yeah, this guy could buy like potato, right, probably, and be like, oh, I got this crop from America, my planet, yeah, potatoes. And they probably won't have that in this like fantasy Europe, right? And if he start just planting that in this country, they would probably grow way better. So that stuff too, he can open a store, but he can also open like a farmland, right? And yeah, and have potatoes or whatever then, right? That it's easier to grow. Makes more food, right? And he can sell the seeds of that, sell the actual, like, the embryos, whatever, right? And also, of course, to sell food in itself, right? Yeah, he can buy cheaper food from our planet and then mass produce it in that planet, right? Perhaps depending on temperature and all. But that's also probably a thing. He can get food that is harder to, that's easier to grow in that fantasy country but it doesn't exist there, right? But he can make it exist then, and then actually really grow it. So yeah, this guy can. If I was him, I would be rich. I would be like, potato, this thing, and spices. Yeah, I would be. So, but I like that. I like trading. I think it'd be interesting to see. Hopefully, the anime hit the more he's like a trader. I can see an anime with a guy being like a super chef trader guy. It'd be fun to see. But anyway, guys, subscribe, put the like button, and have a great day.